With the usage of electricity, mankind has progressed from the Stone Era to modern times over the millennia. The invention of electricity marked the beginning of the technological era. The first car was developed on January 29, 1886, but it needed a lot of work to use and maintain, which led to the development of the automatic car. And with time, we got an electric car from a new generational company called Tesla. We are going to explore a major source of Tesla's wealth today in Elon Musk's billion-dollar Tesla investment. What kind of investment did Elon Musk engage in? What effect will it have on Tesla if it was successful or not? What is the risk of losing such a massive amount of investment? We know you must be pondering about all these questions now. Well, make sure to stick around and keep watching as we reveal the answers to these questions. Tesla is now one of the most known electric cars in the world, with its CEO as the world's richest man, Elon Musk, who has contributed greatly to its progress. Tesla has made roughly about $1 billion profit from its investment in the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. The company is on a path to make more from its Bitcoin investments than profits from selling its electric vehicles, cars, in all of 2020. While the Bitcoin investment is a sideshow for Tesla, it's been a good initial investment. Elon Musk's tweets seem to have as much impact on cryptocurrency prices as they do on his company's stocks. While Tesla disinvestment is unlikely to happen soon, Bitcoin prices dropped recently by over $10,000 after Musk's Tesla announced that it won't be accepting the digital currency for making payments for its cars. Tesla cited their concern with the use of fossil fuels for the move and said that it will be selling its Bitcoin when mining is more sound. The move happened after Musk's response to a tweet suggesting that it might be dumping its $1.5 billion investment in Bitcoin soon. He replied, "Indeed," to a tweet saying Bitcoiners are going to slap themselves next quarter when they find out Tesla dumped the rest of their Bitcoin holdings. According to CoinDesk data from January 31st to February 20th, 2021, Bitcoin price went up from $34,793.45 to $57,487.03, which is a rise of about 65%, which would put the profit in Tesla's $1.5 billion Bitcoin investment at around $975 million. Now, some may wonder, why do Elon Musk tweets affect cryptocurrency so much? To answer that one needs to think deeply about what gives value to our regular currency. The fact that they are backed by physical assets matters, but for regular users, is the fact that the government permits them and that they are accepted universally is what gives currency its relevance and value. As stated earlier, on the 12th of May of last year, the CEO of Tesla disengaged the purchase of vehicles using Bitcoin, stating various reasons why he did so. This announcement sent shockwaves across the digital asset ecosystem. Following the news, Bitcoin plunged by about 15%. Other digital assets, as well as cryptocurrency-linked stock including Coinbase, MicroStrategy, and Squareall, sank as well. Yet the fund's global advisor's managing partner, Tom Lee, is confident that Bitcoin will continue to rally. He also said he understands Elon Musk's decision to suspend Bitcoin payments. He also believes it's not going to get people negative on Bitcoin, but it's going to get people focused on the problems that are being created by digital assets. He also added that the ideal way to use Bitcoin would be if Tesla transacted the same day, rather than allowing customers to pay first and get the car at a later time, which by then Bitcoin might be worthless. As for the burning question of why Elon Musk made the decision, Lee said it is possible that it was influenced by people within the organization. Now to the main question, what's Elon Musk going to do with the billions of dollars he has and has collected over the past few months from stock sales in Tesla? Being the CEO and primary shareholder, he might likely have put some of the money into SpaceX. Large amount of $11 billion will go from his $16.4 billion Tesla stock sales to federal tax bills, leaving him with $5 billion to do whatever he sees fit. Even if he ends up paying a $2 billion additional income tax to the state of California, he will still be left with more than $3 billion. Some footnotes disclose details of the sales along with the timing of the last two fusions into SpaceX. However, raising the possibility that Musk is moving some of his wealth from Tesla to his privately owned company SpaceX. Musk's timing is said to be well calculated, as the sales free up cash at a time when Tesla is doing very well in the market, becoming the sixth company in the world to be worth $1 trillion. By doing so, this placed Elon Musk to the status of the richest man in the world, and it's being done at a time when SpaceX is making hundreds of millions of dollars in cash to fund its goals. Musk also sold shares after exercising the options with the SEC filing, noting that the transactions were made to satisfy the reporting person's tax withholdings the obligations related to the exercise of stock options. But not all of them. From November 9th through to the 11th, Elon Musk sold 5.4 million shares, raising $5.8 billion. And why his tax bills were smaller on the sale of those shares, it's still substantial. On November 15th, a few days after he made that sale of shares from his trust, SpaceX disclosed that it raised $388 million from an undisclosed investor. In a tweet that followed reports of an email, Elon Musk said the problem with the Starship rocket and its Raptor engine were getting fixed. But on December 29th, he tweeted the first orbital test launch of the Starship rocket was delayed to the end of February due to the need to get approval for the unmanned flight from the FFA. If SpaceX can fix the problem with its Starship rocket and Raptor engines and also get it starting up and running, the value of SpaceX, estimated to be over $100 billion, could soar. The money that Musk and other investors have poured into it could lead to a financial bonanza once the company goes public. The overwhelming estimated amount of $275 billion comes from the nearly $250 billion value of Tesla's shares. If Elon Musk was going to make additional investment in SpaceX, selling Tesla's shares was the most likely way for him to do so. Ever since Tesla has broadcasted at $1 billion, it's been clear that the EV maker has been harboring big benefits. Still, the Q1 reports provide new detail on the approximate price Tesla paid, how many coins remain on its balance sheet, and how much is made on its big wager. If at the end of the quarter the price of Bitcoin falls, it's required to take an impairment charge reflecting the size of the hit. The holdings are still shown at the amount the company originally paid. The price of Bitcoin was quite steady in the last 3 weeks of March, averaging $55,000. The calculations suggest that Tesla sold around 4,800 Bitcoins at that price to raise $272 million. With that, we also can reckon what Tesla originally paid for its stake. Since it pocketed a 59% gain on every Bitcoin sold, its original cost must have been about $34.70. It appears that the $1.5 billion investment brought roughly about 43,000 Bitcoin. Let's dive into the shares of Tesla, one of the past year's best performing stocks, which racked up big losses recently after Musk's tweets sparked concerns among investors that share prices could hold up amid the liquidation. The stock is down 13% from the high last week, representing about $163 billion in market value that's since been wiped out. Despite the decline, however, Tesla is still worth about $1.1 trillion. The stock ticked up 2.7% in after hours, trading after closing at about 1,068 per share. As far as we can tell, Tesla notched the biggest dollar jump in the market cap in such a brief period. Tesla stock went on a tear after it unveiled a strong Q3 earnings on October 20th. 2 days later, its valuation crossed the $1 trillion mark for the first time. But with time, it is said to have deflated. Why has Tesla stock declined? You may ask. The company's route to $1 trillion valuation has been a relatively short one. It has become the second fastest company to achieve that distinction after Meta Platforms Incorporated, Facebook. But the drop has been equally distinguished. What do you think about Elon Musk's billion-dollar investment? Do you think Musk made a commendable decision by gambling the company's money into cryptocurrency? Remember to drop your comments in the section below.